Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Julie's Jewels Road to Rio 2024. I'm so excited because it's October. It's around the corner, just a few weeks away, right? I'm here tonight with Julie. How you doing, Julie?
I'm doing great. How are you?
And guess I'm doing good. I just finished another 100-miler.
Congratulations.
Not Rio, but it was a good one. Yeah, I'm.
How many was this for you?
3 for the year.
Oh,
So,
which one was it?
It was a Kodiak 100. There was a reroute because of the line fire. There was 39,000 acre fire, but it's under control. So it was just on the north side of the lake, back and forth. Really technical trails, a lot of rocks. I like rocks, but I think I've had my fill of rocks. Also tonight we're here with Altra Nick. Everybody knows him. How you doing, Nick?
Good.
You excited about this year?
Yes, definitely. Always excited for Rio.
Yeah, we did talk on a last show when we were talking about the course. We were talking about the first part of the course and being a lot of pavement, and we mentioned I wasn't aware of these bad boys, but we were talking about the forward experience, and I have a pair of those, and you have a pair of those as well here, and I've been wearing them on road, and I love them, and so, however, Nick will talk about the new bad boy. So it's a good shoe. Altra has lots of good shoes for the type of terrain that Rio Del Lago provides.
A lot of options. For sure.
So why don't we get into the background of Altra and connection to NorCal Ultras and take it away.
Oh man, the background. Well, I mean, with NorCal Ultras, we were able to come in and test the waters with Rio Del Lago in 2021 to see how that partnership would work out. And it worked out really well. And we've been the presenting sponsor of the 3 big races ever since. I'm very local, so it makes things easy for me to do these kind of things, and definitely support the race and know the course and know the runners and the community and the shops and everybody involved and people like Pushkins and all those little things, So it's definitely a local race for me. And so through Altra, we're very excited to be back again.
Yeah, we're super excited to have Altra again for the 4th year.
Yeah. And it gets better and better every year. So I'm so excited.
Yes, it does. Okay, so why don't we talk a little bit before we get into shoes, like the main meat and potatoes. Why don't we talk about some of the Altra activations we're going to be doing pre-race, during race, post-race?
So this year, I know last year we tried to do a little shakeout run before packet pickup. We had a couple people show up and it was good. But this year, Fleet Feet Folsom already has a group run that goes on Friday every mornings at Bill's Donut over in
super yummy donuts, people.
Super yummy donuts. It's awesome. And it's 6 a.m. on Friday. Every Friday they're doing something, and it's a fun little 4-mile shakeout. Normally, sometimes they get over into the hilly areas. Sometimes they just go kind of run the levees and stuff like that. So it's a really good group. They're consistently now 30, 40, 50 people. A lot of different vendors supporting and showing up every week. Reggie's done a great job of keeping it interesting. So
a couple miles for our Rio peeps.
Yeah,
I don't want to run too many.
Couple early miles to shake off your travel legs and get up early so you can get to bed on time and have a good night of sleep, and then kind of go get some breakfast somewhere after snacking on some donuts, and then come to Packet Pickup and hang out. So that should be solid. And then we'll be at Packet Pickup from noon to 7 all day long at Fleet Feet Folsom, as always. I can probably talk Kirk Daddy into giving us some discounts on Ultras again. So keep an eye out there if you need a new pair. And we'll be hanging out all day there with you guys.
Yeah, they're always well supplied with shoes and other kind of race products and
nutrition, lubricant, new socks.
Go there and you can push to see all your people. Always great volunteers. You get to get excited because you're like, oh, I'm there, and you get your bib and people are hanging out. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, and so that's from noon to 7 on Friday, November 1st, and that's where you get your bib, your swag bag, and it's a mandatory check-in on that day.
Good, yeah, it's excited. I'm excited about that. So that's at 6 o'clock on Friday, and then we'll be setting up, starting Friday night, getting set up for the race. So you guys will be out there.
Yep. And then let's talk about race day, the big dance.
Big dance. So yeah, we'll be at the starting line, of course. have a bunch of Altra stuff set up there, get the party started, rally the troops, get everybody ready. See you guys off, and then we'll be up at Beals with show us your goat selfie contest. So we'll have a little sign and a little goat up there while you're hanging out and restocking and maybe changing shoes. Snag a quick selfie of you with the goat and the sign, and we have a contest going on for that to win a pair of shoes. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, because you could go when you go from Bills starting back to Bills. We said it was like 22 miles, I believe.
Yeah,
and you could be wearing a road shoe at that point if you wanted to.
Totally.
Altra has a great couple options, but then you could switch to a trail shoe because you're going to be on trail. But you could also probably wear a trail shoe. I mean, a road shoe probably for the whole, all the way, a whole course maybe.
Yeah. Depending on the person.
Yeah.
Depending on the weather.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could certainly get away with the road shoe if you wanted to. But yeah, there's a lot of people that do make the switch there though, for sure.
Yeah.
Pop the Trail Boys on.
Yeah. So when I get into the kind of shoes that Altra has to offer and what we might want to wear out there?
Oh man. A lot of options. I just did a race last weekend on the road and met a gentleman who was wearing the Superior, which was our lightweight trail shoe, from last season, a season or two ago, and he had over 3,000 miles on it.
Wow.
You know
about this
yes.
gentleman.
Yeah.
Yes. And you were so kind to give him a
yeah. I was
Ultras.
I made sure to have a friend of a friend get his info. I was texting with him today. I'm like, I'll get you a pair of shoes.
Yeah, that's a lot of miles.
Yeah.
That's some good feet. That's some feet that don't get plantar. They don't get
those are some healthy feet. Yes.
That's not the shoe. That's the foot.
That's what
I was gonna say that's a testament to the shoe.
That's what I appreciate is like wearing the appropriate shoe for what you're doing in your feet. He obviously has very strong feet and is not relying on the shoe for cushioning or stability. He just needs a little bit of protection, you know. So for him, all the resiliency and compliance that we look for from the foams, those are coming from his feet.
Was he 20 years old? How old was he?
No, I don't know. He's middle agey.
Yeah. I used to have the Temp, and I liked those, but they were a little bit on the low side. I don't think I tried the Superior, but
it's even lower.
It's lower than the Temp, huh?
Yeah. So, trail shoe wise, which are all available right now at Fleet Feet Folsom. You got the Superior at a 21 mil stack. So very lightweight, very nimble, a lot of good ground feel, flexible, very nice. And at 25 millimeters a stack, you have the Lone Peak, which is a little higher volume, a little bit more built on a comfort last kind of thing, but still flexible, moderate cushion. That's kind of like the go-to trail all-star. The Temp this year is awesome. That's at a 29 mil stack. So we go up by 4 in between every one. That's built on more of that performance last, so a lot more secure. But this one, you get a lot more of that longitudinal stiffness out of it to get responsiveness. It's got a really aggressive Vibram outsole. It's really lightweight in that kind of like cushion to weight ratio. But yeah, that thing is a rocket on trail. I think that's probably like the fastest shoe we've ever made for the trails. Particularly NorCal trails for sure. And then you got the Olympus, which is just the Big Daddy 33 mil stack cruiser. That's big old rocker on it, a lot of volume. You can just kind of like bowl over anything on trail.
What's
and
a
not
rocker?
Really feel it. Like where the sole of the shoe tapers up towards your feet. So there's a difference between rocker and toe spring, where toe spring is where the shoe itself points your toes upward a little bit towards the end, which is different biomechanics and things like that and different reasoning behind that. We use a rocker, and they're generally kind of used together, but we don't do the toe spring. We just use a rocker. So your foot remains in a flat level platform. So like your big toes and everything can function to support the foot on the proper kind of levels they're supposed to. But since that is such a high stack height shoe, if we didn't have that tapering off effect and the rocker beneath it to help you roll through, it would kind of feel bricky you know, and it would really
Cool.
immobilize the foot.
Yeah.
So that just kind of like helps smooth things out when you're
I
at that
see.
kind of stack height level.
Yeah, I think that's helpful. In a long race, you know, your feet. I mean, they just get tired, and that kind of
Yeah.
you would feel that kind of
Yeah.
brick feeling.
So
to it.
those rockers are awesome. They definitely take a little bit of load off those intrinsic foot muscles and kind of
Yeah.
keep you cruising along.
Huh.
Getting like our free tech demo here.
Yeah.
That's why we love
So
having
that's our core legacy trail line for sure. And there's a couple other racing specific models like the Mont Blanc, which has a carbon option right now, which is really fun. But even that shoe is really tuned up for races like Mont Blanc, where or kind of Kodiak, where it's very rocky, a lot of up and down, a lot of like
probably not necessary on the Rio.
Not
Del
necessary,
Lago
yeah. So something like the Timp, if you're running at those speeds that can take it, the Timp is probably a really fast shoe for that kind of course. But anything, whatever keeps you comfy and moving and works with your mechanics, for sure. But then, yeah, that's always the thing to consider with this course is, do I want to use a road shoe for the first 20 and then switch a wheels and get into the trail stuff, or just roll straight through? Or
because it's kind of like there's rocky sections for sure, you know, along Pioneer Express Trail, there's Meat Grinder, and there's sections that are rocky, but a lot of the courses is pretty buttery, you know. Where you don't have to worry, you could wear it, you know, and it's gritty kind of soil, so you could get away with something like that, I think, you know.
I think I'm gonna like love these things. Like Nick is not getting these back as the line here. But,
so what she's wearing a new shoe that just came out. This is called the Forward Via. So the latest iteration and model to come to our 4-drop line. This is a max cushion shoe. So there's 37 millimeters of cushioning or stack height underneath the heel, 33 under the forefoot. That 4 millimeters just allows us to rock the shoe a little more aggressively to take some of those loads off the intrinsics. But this shoe is awesome. It uses Ego Flow, which is a brand new midsole material we rolled out with this one. It's a super critical nitro blown thermoplastic polyurethane blend. So it's really, really lightweight, and it's squishy, and it feels really soft, but it's not overly squishy. You don't have to rein it in. It still feels really natural on foot, very inherently stable, but like really responsive, and doesn't really mess with your mechanics at all. So this thing, it's amazing. And we always spec our weights on our website and all the other websites. We use different sizes than most other companies. Most other companies use a women's 7 and a men's 9. We use a women's 8.5 and a men's 10.5. That kind of goes back to our founders, and they were both 10.5. So that's what they wanted the prototypes and samples to be in, so they could use them and people could try them on. So a men's 10.5 in this comes in at 9.6 ounces. So a men's 9 is probably like 8.5. Women's 8.5 comes in at 8.3 ounces. So a women's 7 is probably approaching that 7-ounce range. So extremely lightweight, with a good amount of rubber on the bottom. So should be really durable, just kind of a big, lightweight, really responsive cruiser. It's kind of like making its own kind of category of shoe, where I won't use other companies' names, but there's like a lot of, those max cushion trainers now, and then kind of over max cushion super type shoes that are unplated, and there's a lot of stuff going on in that area. And it's kind of interesting to see how these things are playing out on the wall right now. But this one is awesome, and it's only $160 as well. So
that, as far as the stack goes, you said it's 37 in the back to 33.
Yeah.
And does it, so therefore, if you don't need the rocker, because it is sloping forward, it doesn't have the rocker, or does it have that cut?
Oh no, the rocker, there's that a little bit, because we're talking 4 millimeters over the course of this shoe. That there's like, that does just allow us to kind of like put that rocker in a little earlier and end it more aggressively. But yeah, and it's nice. And like, there's no difference in terms of your running mechanics between 0 and 4. It's not going to throw things off or throw off where you're initiating impact. Still really work with your body's preferred motion pathways. But
and just Fleet People some have.
They have them.
And this is
Good
the
job.
this is the men's version, huh?
They are in there.
This is very
Okay.
nice.
Yes, and they got some nice colors in there too. So it's cool.
Good.
Got some
Kirk, I will be
got some
coming by.
goodies.
Yes.
Yeah. So something like this would be awesome because you got a lot of surface area. It'll do super well on the trail. I know, like, it wasn't this shoe, but the standard Via that this is based off of, that's what Ryan Montgomery used when he got his golden ticket at Javelina a few years back. He used a prototype of that. So, which is kind of cool on like a sometimes softer course in the desert. You know, you get a lot of surface area.
I would wear that at Javelina 100% because that alluvial fan, it's like concrete. It's hard. It's hard to stand. So I would wear a road shoe for there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
But no, it's something like this. Unless it's like really wet and cool on your way back or whatever, we never know what we're going to get in terms of weather.
Yeah.
So that would be its only kind of hang up for the Rio course.
And of course, I have the shorter version of that I've loved, and Julie has a pair of those too. The Experience Forward,
Experience Flow now.
Okay, so it was
it's changed names.
Okay, so it was the Forward.
It was
the Flow.
This was the Forward Experience.
Okay.
So this was our first shoe with that Forward drop.
Yeah.
Then shortly after that, this kind of had a short season, and then we were able to come out with the full line where they had the neutral version, which this became the Experience Flow. And then there's the Experience Form, which is the dynamic stability road version that has a little guide rail, little extension on some of the outsole rubber and things like that. And then you also have the Experience Wild, which is the road trail hybrid version, which is really nice.
Yeah, and I actually finished, I switched out from what I was wearing to my Forward Wild, Experience Wild.
Experience Wild.
Yeah, halfway through the race, and because my feet were just, they were not happy, and I switched out, and I was so much happier. And it was a good idea to change out back to a shoe that was, that worked great to finish the course. My feet felt great. It was nice.
Yeah. That shoe has been the way you just described it, like when your feet are a little beat up like that. That shoe is very good on tired, beat up feet. And you've seen that recently, like Jeff Browning used that at the end of was it Cocodona?
Okay.
Like that was, he kind of went over to that and like stuck with that the rest of the race. He really, really liked it. It's one of his favorite shoes now. And then Tara, she was using that on her new Appalachian Trail record, like all-time record. Like
that's great.
Beat the guy's record by 12 or 13 hours. So it's tired feet. It's a great shoe because it's a pretty squishy shoe. But it's squishy, it's flexy, kind of just works with you and protects things.
I like a little bit of a drop because my calves they're tired, and the back of my legs are tired, and a little relief, a little bit of a extra height. It takes a little bit of pressure off my calves, and so it's nice. Yeah. So good. So those are good options.
Yeah. They're fun.
Wide toe box.
They're
too,
fun.
So,
Actual foot shape.
like,
so your toes can splay.
Exactly.
They're not squished in there.
That's why I like it. It's so nice to have just a little extra room.
Better circulation. Just more
Makes
comfy.
Feel really good.
That's good.
Literally, we just put these on and they feel really nice.
Yeah.
I don't even need to like test running them. I know I'm gonna love them.
There's nothing really not to like about that shoe. It's a safe bet. Yeah.
I was gonna take a break this fall, but if I get a pair of these, I might just keep on running.
Get ready.
I know.
All right, so Fleet Feet has a full lowdown of everything we just talked about.
Yep.
Right, and the new stuff, and
yes, indeed.
Yeah.
And there's a few weeks you could order them online. We still got a couple weeks, so
plenty of time.
You could order them. Could you have them drop shipped? Like if Fleet Feet doesn't have your size, I mean, could you have a size sent there? How does that work? Is any?
Yeah, they can order stuff.
Yeah,
you can still get stuff from our website.
Okay,
that's 2 days.
Oh, 2 days. So that's you can be Monday of race week. You could say I'm going to try this, and you can get it by Wednesday, and then
see if you like them.
Yeah.
If not, send them back. Order a different size.
Yeah.
Call Kurt.
Cool. Good. So that's cool. Also, you'll be hanging out with us again all night at our live stream. We'll be hanging out with us at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
and
be
then Nick's going to be the host up at the Overlook aid station.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
Breaking
44.
news.
Yeah. So we'll be able to catch the leaders up there, both on the men's and the women's side, and talk to some crews and pacers and aid station captains and kind of the whole circus that happens up at the ADO Overlook aid station. So
I'll be doing my best to
Nick
keep
will
things
be
interesting.
the Altra correspondent up there.
Yes.
So we'll be in touch with him from Beals Point, getting some live action on the course.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I'm excited. Yeah, it's been cool. So cool.
Right.
That's great. So we're talking about the shoe options. And what are you wearing over there? What are those here?
This is a smart wool version, a recent collab.
Lovely.
Yeah. Smart wool. So it's a smart merino knit upper on our Escalante 4.
It's almost like a date shoe.
This is my dress shoe.
That's like your dress shoe.
Yeah, this is my dress
shoe.
shoe. Yeah.
You go to the store and still feel like you're in a good shoe. You can go, go play some golf or hang out, do something different.
You know me. I just golfing and dates and
you never know, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. So
that is a nice looking shoe,
isn't it? Yeah. And the women's is nice too. It's a kind of a dark slate with kind of like a
I really like
kind of like a dark purpley and everything. And this color is really neat.
I'm all into the colors,
right?
Yeah.
This color in particular is cool.
Yeah.
It almost the color of it itself almost depends on what it's contrasting with in the environment. Yeah. Sometimes it looks a little more light blue. Sometimes it looks a little bit greener.
Green. Yeah.
I don't know what the exact name or Pantone of it is, but it's been pretty fun.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Well, that's great. I can't wait to get close to race time. So thanks, Nick, Ultra Nick, for chatting about shoes. And everyone get their shoes ready. Get your shoe choices ready for Rio.
Yeah. So we are just about 3 weeks. Right. Yeah, 3 weeks from Rio. So we're getting excited, and everybody should be doing their last long run and the taper and trying out some new Ultra shoes.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thanks, Nick.
Thanks for being with us. Yeah.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Thanks, guys.